All right. Welcome, everyone, to this week's edition of Weekly MLB Goods and Goofs. I'm your host, Justin. I'm joined by the man of many mysteries, Joshua.
What's going on, buddy?
Oh, man, I'm telling you, it's been a rough couple of weeks at work.
Yeah.
And I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Today was day 8. Day 8 in a row of 11. So I got 3 more to go, and then I have a day off, work a day, and then have another day off.
No, that's not too bad, though.
11 in a row, all at 8 hours a day, plus the 1
Think
hour
about that
lunch.
money you're going to be rolling in, though.
Yeah, the government.
Yeah.
Yeah. Da-na-da-na. They
The
take
landlord, whatever comes first.
Landlord's not this pay thing.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So, Josh, how you been, man? I haven't seen you yet today. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. Exciting trade deadline day, I guess you could say.
Yeah, good day to have off, lucky bastard. No, I was supposed to have the day off too, but I decided to do some extra work in casual clothing and got a lot done today. I hung out with Jonathan at work and we did a lot of work, a lot of scraping, a lot of my hand. We were taking tape off the fridge door to the milk fridge in the back of the store, and
Okay.
there's a lot of tape on that fucking bastard. So
I'm glad you said what you were doing, because I'm like, what the hell is he scraping?
well, in that place, you never know.
True.
Could be someone off the floor for all we know. All right. Well, we're going to get into this. Thanks to everyone for tuning into this week's episode of Weekly MLB Goods and Goofs. We are a podcast that adult language is most likely to occur and has already many times. I'm at that point, so you may hear a lot from me today. We'd like to make genuine comments, and I'm very genuine today, so I do not apologize. If you see me staring off into the distance like this, it's so that my microphone can hear me better, because my microphone is directly across from my mouth because my setup is terrible. I'm going to work on that eventually, but most of my notes are in front of the monitor that has the camera, so we're good to go there. All right. Where am I at? I again need to edit this document. All right. During
If you
the
don't
podcast,
know, he's reading a document that's all our test show. He hasn't edited it yet. It's been like 2 weeks.
A few. All right. During the podcast, we'll go over many segments, including a weekly recaps, which this one will include the trades, hot takes on cool players, weird shit, 60-second guess, the useless overrated or underrated players edition. Where am I at on this? What hats did he wear? Starting 9 draft, and a final thought. So, without further ado, we need to get going on. But if you have any suggestions for segments or anything overrated or underrated, because we would love to hear what suggestions you have, please shoot us a message on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. You name it, we probably have it. And if we don't, tell us and we'll get it. Because we're just those kind of people. Alrighty, now let's head into the weekly recaps. So, first and foremost, the weekly recaps include the trades of today, and we're actually going to start with that. So, Josh, you said you had all the trades listed. This we're just going to read them all off and then decide whether or not each one was a bust, like a win, or a bust.
So, from what I can tell from the site, they have it from like the last trade that happened to the one that happened like a week or two ago. So we'll just start from the top here.
Yeah, why not?
Atlanta got Iglesias from the Angels for Chavez and Tucker Davis. I probably butchered that first name. And then you got the Jays. Are we going to talk about each one you said? Or
Yeah, we're going to talk about each one. So
Okay.
that one there, I'm not familiar with most of the names, and I didn't actually even see come up on my phone.
Raisel Iglesias.
Oh, Raisel Iglesias.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. So, the team that got him, I'd say that's a dub. I mean,
The Braves, yeah.
We're
going all in to make another World Series push.
The 4 teams that won this, in my opinion, they're one of them, honestly. The Braves had a good one.
I think we're going to get to the team that I think we both can agree that won the whole deadline earlier or later in the list here. But get to that. So the next trade, the Jays got Whit Merrifield in exchange for Samad Taylor and Max Castillo.
Max
I'm not too Max Castillo.
Man, I'm telling you, he's a good pitcher. They shouldn't have got rid of him. And furthermore, I don't know. Whit Merrifield's great. Luckily for him, Toronto has 12 of the next 16-ish games on the road, so he has the opportunity to get his at least first vaccine to probably be cleared to come into Canada. Because if anybody remembers, he was not allowed to come into Canada during his team's trip a
I
couple of
did.
weeks ago.
I did see somebody tweeted that Ross. Oh my God, I can't talk.
We're having a great day.
Ross
Oh my!
Atkinson, yeah, said that he isn't going to push that on Merrifield. He's going to let him decide that with his family. So I don't know if that's telling of anything, but we'll see what comes out of that.
Interesting. So I wonder if they're only using him for away games.
Yeah, from I mean, I don't want to dig too much into it, but it does kind of sound that unless Witt had changed his mind, I have no idea.
Wonderful. All right, next.
We have the Yankees getting Harrison Bader from St. Louis for Jordan Montgomery. I'm not familiar with either of these guys personally, but Harrison Bader is just fun to say.
Harrison Bader is actually a pretty good player, so I'm going to
Center
take the
fielder,
W
okay.
for them. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Next one, Philly got Noah Syndergaard in exchange from the Angels for Mickey Moniak and something to be announced later.
Oh yeah, player to be named later. I hear he's pretty good.
Yeah.
I saw someone comment that earlier, and I just had to.
Yes.
So honestly, this one here, Syndergaard, I was kind of hoping for him for us, but you know what? Good on. You said Phillies.
Yeah.
Pushing.
Um. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The Phillies, they're sitting a couple games back, aren't they? Pull the standings up right.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
just take
10
a look at
back
that.
of the Mets, and they're in a wild card spot from what I can understand here. So I guess that's not too bad of a trade. For some reason, I thought they were further back than they were. Um, yeah, I wish Syndergaard would have made it to the Jays, but where it all started for him. But hey, I guess the Angels didn't like anything we offered. So
It's very interesting how they determine all this stuff, but it would have been nice to have a starter.
yeah,
Anyways, what
yeah.
can you do?
That's right. Next trade we have Minnesota acquired Michael Fulmer from Detroit for these what is with these fucking names? Thayer Gibson Long, Sawyer Gibson Long. I know Former was linked to the Jays at one point. Would have been nice to grab him. We could use some more relief, but
Yeah, I thought
again,
he
maybe
stuck
they didn't
around for a
like
little
our.
bit. Hmm.
You were mentioning that to me the other day, yeah.
Yeah, like apparently he wasn't seen anyways boarding the flight with his team, so that is an interesting situation there.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the next one I really like. Baltimore got Brett Phillips, so he's back. Because
Yes,
Tampa DFA'd him the other day.
Brett Phillips DFA'd and then picked up. Like, I mean, hey, stick in the same division, I guess.
Yeah.
It would have been nice for Toronto to get him. He would have brought a lot of liveliness to this team. And I mean, at the end of the day, as much as I know Whit Merrifield plays the outfield to an
He
extent,
doesn't pitch.
he doesn't pitch. Brett Phillips pitches. We needed pitching, and you know what? He did good for what he's done.
True. For some guy that's
Uh,
not known for a pitcher, he didn't do half bad. And Tampa got cash out of that. So
of course he did.
um,
DFA. That's what happens. So.
yeah. Seattle got Jake Lamb from the Dodgers
Meh.
for cash. Here's one that I didn't see coming. San Diego got Brandon Jury from Cincinnati. He was linked to a lot of teams. He's having a hell of a year.
San Diego picked up a lot.
Yes, we'll get to the big trade, but most of you probably already know anyways. And in exchange, they got Victor Akasota. Oh God, I'm gonna butcher these names.
There's so many. Just try to push through.
Next trade, the Mets got Darren Ruff, an outfielder. I'm not familiar with him. From San Francisco for a bunch of players: J.D. Davis, Thomas Zepke, Nick Swack, and Carson Seymour. I don't know any of those. I assume the prospects. I think J.D. Davis. That name sounds familiar.
JD Davis, honestly, he's not much behind Darren Ruff, so
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's almost an equal trade right there, in my personal opinion. And furthermore, kind of lopsided if it sounds like it, to be honest.
Yeah, unless it's like a cash drop or something. I have no idea. But
I mean, it could be, honestly.
the next trade, Philly got David Robertson from the Cubs in exchange for Ben Brown. I like that pickup for them as well.
Yeah,
Robinson's having a decent year.
that's almost I'd say quarter lopsided, but mostly balanced, honestly.
Okay. Next, we got Minnesota acquiring Tyler Maley from Cincinnati in exchange for Spencer Steer, Christian Encarnacion Strand, and Steve Hayer. Tyler Maley, he's I saw somebody tweet about it. I think it might have been Jeff Passan saying that he's having an underrated season in Cincinnati for a relief pitcher. So why not? Minnesota's in first. If they want to keep there, they anything they can get to help.
Yeah, honestly, they're lots of picks, lots of picks.
Next, we got Philly again making a trade, getting Brandon Marsh in exchange from the Angels for Logan O'Hope. I like Brandon Marsh. I don't think he's having the best of years this year, but I always liked me some Brandon Marsh.
Yeah, as long as he's not too soggy on the soil, there, you're pretty good then.
Soggy on the soil.
He is a Marsh.
Took me a second to get that.
Oh man.
Next, we got Boston getting Eric Hodgmer, Max Ferguson, and Corey Rozier from San Diego for Jay Groom. This is a whole funny thing with Eric Hodgmer.
Eric Hosmer, he decided to use his no trade clause on one end, and so I think the team asked him, said, "Hey, who are you willing to go to? Because after that, we don't want you here." You know, he was part of that initial Soto trade, and then he's just like, "Nah, I don't want to go to them." And honestly, does anybody blame him?
No, but I mean Boston. I don't think they're gonna do a whole lot this season. But what do I know? I guess.
No, exactly right.
Next we got the Dodgers getting Joey Gallo from the Yankees for Clayton Beeter.
Clayton Beeter.
Yeah, a relief pitcher, or right-handed pitcher.
Okay.
Is relief or not? I mean Joey Gallo needed a change of scenery, so why not go for
Joey Gallo didn't necessarily just needed a change of scenery. I think he needed a change in sport, but I don't know too many sports where you can fail that bad to the point where a teammate of yours passes your hit total with his home runs, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Man, I'm telling you,
crazy.
that's
But I
insane.
mean, if I was Joey Gallo, I wouldn't complain. He's in set up to win a World Series now, so I'm not saying the Yankees wouldn't, but the Dodgers are also favorites. So
The Dodgers, I think, have a bit higher of a favorite, honestly. The only reason why the Yankees have a favorite is because they're doing so well right now.
and Aaron Judge.
Well, yeah, that too.
Next, we got Toronto acquiring two pitchers, Anthony Bass and Zach Pop, from Miami in exchange for Jordan Groshans.
So Jordan Groshans was, I think, second or third
In the prospects.
in the prospects, right behind, I believe, Moreno. And at first, because I didn't see the trade at first, I saw a guy that I follow on Twitter. He said, "What is this? Give up your top prospect." I'm like, "What do you mean?" So I think he actually at one point may have taken over as top prospect for a little bit.
Okay.
Or had been taken over by Moreno when he went back down. But yeah, he definitely. As much as I've been reading that he hasn't had a great season in the minors, overall he is one of the better prospects for the Jays. So to pass him on to another team like that's insane. Miami is known for being a feeder team to the league, so by all means, if anybody can get him going, it's them.
Yeah, I mean, and another thing with Miami, I mean, I know Jordan Groshans isn't a pitcher, but they're really good at developing pitchers, so that's something to look forward to, I guess. I don't know. I'm not familiar with either of these two pitchers. I'm pretty sure Anthony Bass used to be a Blue Jay, was he not?
Yes, he was and now is again. And honestly, he was never bad. I think it was just part of a trade that at the time made sense, and now he's coming back.
Okay, cool. All right, next one we got the big dog trade of the day. We got Juan Soto and Josh Bells heading to San Diego, and Washington got a haul here. They got Mackenzie Gore, Robert Hassel III, C.J. Abrams, James Woods, and Yarlin Susanna.
So two names there. First off, when you're the third, yeah, you're going to be good because the first two had to have done well for you to be the third. Keep the name going or something.
Yeah.
Outside of that, what was it C.J. Abrams?
Yep.
He's about the only name I know on that list going the other
Okay.
way. So, as much as I said earlier, why would you want to go to Washington? Some of those names really don't have a say in anything. So, hopefully, these guys make a name for themselves there. And who knows? The fact that they got 6 players out of there's 4 additional players or 6 players versus 2 in the trade, I think they have a really good shot at it. So, let's
Hmm.
see what they can do with it there.
And I mean, to be fair, Washington didn't have to trade Soto, so they must have really liked this package. From what I'm hearing, it was the best one they got offered.
I mean, they must be doing well. I haven't had the opportunity to really look over anything. I was working earlier and got home after the trade had already happened, and so they must have got something good out of it.
Yeah, like I
Let's
said,
just
they
go
must have liked what
through.
they got.
Let's go through today's, the rest of today's and yesterday's, and then we'll move on to the rest of the stuff here.
All right, sounds good. We got Jorge Lopez getting acquired from Minnesota from Baltimore for Wainer Cano, Cade Poshev, Juan Nunez, and Juan Rojas.
A lot of names I
Lopez,
don't know.
I know, right? I'm terrible with prospects, especially in the MLB because there's so goddamn many of them.
Oh, when you're dealing with every team has a top 30, and then they build a
Yep,
top 100 out of that. And
yep. Like I
I don't
know
even
like
know half of the
the
Jays
top
ones, to be
like
honest.
two if I'm lucky, and that's about it. Jorge Lopez, though, I don't know much about him, but I was reading on Twitter that like I follow a few Minnesota fans, and they were like they didn't see it coming, but they're happy with it. I think he was the closer in Baltimore, like setup guy or something. Yeah,
Hey, you know what? Take a good arm when you can.
no, that's right. So that was everything from today. So you just want to do tomorrow's or yesterday's, and then
Yeah,
are we
we'll
done?
blow through yesterday's quickly. There's only a couple that were significant, I think, but we'll blow
Okay.
through them quickly.
Atlanta got Robbie Grossman in exchange. Detroit got Chris Anglin.
Bobby Grossman, I was kind of almost looking forward to him being on more of an AL team still, but we'll take what we got out of that at the same time. What they got out of that at the same time.
Again, I mean, Atlanta, they're making another World Series push. They made similar moves last year, and we all know what happened. So
Exactly right. Like
they didn't get big names, but they got pieces that they needed. So
to be fair, that entire division didn't deserve to be in the playoffs at all, but they made the most of it and they won it. So good for
yeah.
them.
Next, we got Atlanta making another trade with Houston. Jake Odorizzi in exchange for the pitcher Will Smith.
And that one is a little interesting because Will Smith has been on that team for quite a while now. I, as much as I didn't forget about Odorizzi, it's been a bit since I heard his name brought up. So it kind of threw me off when I saw that trade had happened.
I there's a Braves fan I follow on Twitter. I've sent Justin a bunch of his tweets, but he was like, every day people come. He streams on Twitch. He's like, people come into my chat and they're like, Jake Odorizzi is terrible, and he's like, well, welcome to the Will Smith show. He ain't any better.
So it's basically an L for an L.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Now we got St. Louis acquiring Contain. Oh my God. Jose Quintana and Chris Stratton in exchange for Juan Avidio and Malcolm Nunez from the Pirates.
I know the names on one side, the other side, a little bit,
Yeah.
but
The
um,
pitcher that St. Louis got, I know a lot of people were high on him. I'm pretty sure the
oh,
Jays made
Quintana,
a
Quintana,
Quintana,
yeah.
yeah, whatever his name is. I think the Jays were linked to him at one point. I could be wrong, but I thought
The
I saw
Jays
that
were
out
linked to
there.
half the league, and what did
Right.
they do? They picked up like nothing compared.
Hmm. Next, we got Reese McGuire, the parking lot bandit. We'll say, if you know, you know.
The tweet that you shared with me the other day there, 1 minute he's caught without any socks, jerking off in a parking lot. And next thing you know, he's got a black sock or a white sock and a red sock. So I don't know. That's a little sus in my opinion.
And he got traded for Jake Diekman. That tweet's just comedy gold.
Yeah, it was. I kind of botched it a little bit. I kind of feel bad about it, but no, honestly, that's an interesting one. Diekman is pretty good. McGuire has his moments.
Boston
More,
needed a catcher. 'Cause we'll get to that later, but
yeah. Ugh.
next we got Kansas City acquiring Luke Weaver from Arizona in exchange for Emmanuel Riviera, a third baseman. I'm not familiar with either
Oh,
of those guys, but
good stuff. Good stuff. All right.
next we got Boston acquiring Tommy Pham in exchange for Cincinnati, and they don't have what they got in return here, but I feel like it's probably out there somewheres.
Honestly, I don't remember. Let me see if I have that one on my list. If you want to keep going there, I'm gonna see if I can find that. Tommy Pham. All right, let's see.
Sure. Next, we got Houston acquiring Christian Vasquez from Boston. This also doesn't say what they got in return, but again, I feel like it might be out there. You got anything there? Or are you still looking?
I literally apparently didn't save either of those. So
Oh, okay. Well, if you're
there goes.
really curious, it's probably out there somewheres.
Oh, it probably is.
Next, we got a 3-team trade,
Oh,
which
I
are
love
always
these.
fun. Yes, Houston got
Blockbuster.
Houston got Trey Mancini and Jaden Murray. Baltimore got Seth Johnson and Chase McDermott, and Tampa got Jose Suri.
That's a very interesting trade-off. The part that threw me off is that about a week ago, maybe a little over a week ago, and during the last home series for Trey Mancini, he endured it like he knew he was going. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't know where, but I think he's going to enjoy it in Houston. And again, a contender. He has an opportunity now.
Yep.
Not saying that the O's are anymore, because the O's are doing well, and there's another team doing well that we'll talk about here in a little bit. But yeah, fun times.
Yeah, I like that trade for Houston. They need another bat, and who doesn't like Trey Mancini? His story is just great. He was the guy with the cancer, correct?
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure he was.
Yeah, and he came back 2 years ago and had that amazing like home run derby and stuff.
Yeah.
Next we got the Yankees acquiring Frankie Montez and Lou Triviano. Triviano.
Trevino, I think.
Triviano's from Friends. Joey Triviano. And Oakland got JB Sears, Ken Waldachuk, Luis Mendena, and Cooper Bowman.
Nice.
Another name that was linked to the Jays, Montez, but hey, Yankees need pitching too, and they got it, so can't
Oh,
complain.
indeed.
Next we got Tampa got Garrett Clevenger in exchange. The Dodgers got German Tapia. Not
That was
familiar
a
with those names.
that was an interesting trade to see. I don't know the names overly too well, but I did look into it a little bit. It was a very interesting one for sure.
Okay.
Kind of tit for tat, if you will.
Okay, cool. Next, we got San Diego making another big splash, getting Josh Hader. In exchange, Milwaukee got Tyler Rogers, Denzel Lamet, Robert Gasser, oh god, and Easteru Ruiz.
Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting names out there. I'm not gonna lie, but that's probably because we're slightly uncultured here in
Yes,
Canada.
very.
We don't have a lot of names, especially in our region. But I think the biggest one for me is that you're trading your best closer in the league, the second best closer in the league. And with
Hader, yeah.
similar ERAs, like you got Hader and Rogers. Like Rogers is one save behind, maybe a couple more. Like I think it's a 4.14 to 4.34 ERA difference.
Oh, okay.
So they're not far off. And the only reason why Hader's up that high is he had a couple of bad closes recently. They're both good pitchers though overall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Josh Hader. Man, how can you not love that hair?
Oh hell yeah!
Next, we got the Yankees getting Scott Efros, and the Cubs getting Hayden Wisniewski.
That's a tit for tat one there. I think. I don't
Okay.
think that. I don't
I
think there's
heard.
too much big on that.
Okay. Again, somebody tweeted out they liked that pickup for the Yankees. I guess the Scott feller's having a decent season for the Cubs. So.
Yeah.
And the last trade we got yesterday was Atlanta getting Erie Hernandez in exchange. Washington gets Trey Harris. Again, not familiar with those guys, but
Not
for them,
either,
I
but I
guess.
mean, like you said, Atlanta's been digging up a storm, so let's see how they do with it. Again, going on about the W's, Yankees Braves, Houston, and the
Padres.
Dodgers. The Padres too. So 5 teams doing really good splashes. Jays not too far behind. They could have used a starter, and then that probably would have been the big. Unfortunately, they didn't pull through with what they needed. So maybe, just maybe, there might be able. There is a way around the trade deadline. Teams can DFA players, and then the team they were gonna trade them to, quote unquote, just does a cash transaction through waiver wire. Um, you don't see it often, but you never
It
know,
happens.
right? It's the way around. So, and teams know that they just don't utilize it that much because 9 times out of 10, it's just easier because less. It's player for players, right? Like it's
Mhm.
not. There's no cash involved usually. So to avoid the cash, they do it before the deadline. Very interesting stuff happening in the world
I
of
think we would both
baseball.
agree, though, the overall winner would be the Padres. I think we're both agreeing on that.
100%, right? The Padres, the Juan Soto trade. I'm a huge fan of that entire thing. Awesome. My link is broken. Good. I was going to open something up, but the link is broken.
Oh.
Okay. That's fun times.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, Juan Soto, you're trading for him. Tatis is close to coming back. Machado, I kind of forgot he was there. And you're bringing in Hader. You got Joe Musgrove.
speaking
Uh,
of Joe Musgrove, what was
Contract
that?
extension.
10-year extension?
5 year, 100 million. I'll look it up, but I'm pretty sure it was
Uh,
5 year, 100 million. Joe.
I had it on here too. That was the best part. I don't remember exactly what it was though. Oh, Joe Musgrove right here. Oh yeah, 5 year, 100 million.
Yeah, good
I don't
for
know why I
Joe.
thought. I don't know why I thought it was a 10-year, but you know what? Good for him either way. That's 20 a year. That's 20 million a year. Why not,
That's
right?
Yeah, that's 20 sheets a year. I wouldn't complain.
I don't think he is.
No.
I really don't think
Well
he is.
deserved too, though. I like Joe Musgrove.
Oh, indeed. Alrighty, so that was the trades over the last couple of days, the biggest 2 days of it all. Let's go over the rest of our recaps quickly. I want to start off by congratulating Schnitker.
Schnicka.
Schnicker from Atlanta Braves, 500 career wins as a manager.
I completely missed
Fantastic.
this. That's awesome.
Yeah, MLB on Fox posted it. Did I save this? July 26th, so almost a week ago. But yeah, congratulations to Brian Schnicker.
Schnicka.
Schnicker.
He should get
When
sponsored by the candy bar.
right? I mean, it's not spelt the same, but hey, man, at the end of the day, you're not you when you're hungry.
That's right.
And trust me, I learned that one the hard way. Alrighty, Scott Carson on Twitter, or at KOAS 1963, said, hashtag Blue Jays now have 8 hitters with at least 40 RBIs this season, 2 more than any other MLB team. The next closest team is the Phillies.
Okay.
File this under hashtag balanced attack.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
the Toronto Blue Jays don't have a lot of heavy RBI hitters, but they have a balanced of RBI hitters. So, no, you don't have 1 or 2 really heavy hitters. You just have a bunch of players who you don't know who's going to hit an RBI and who isn't.
Right.
So I like that better. And you know
Yeah.
what? It's been all right. Like since the middle of May, I saw a tweet earlier. The middle of May, the Jays are only 4 games above 500, but because they started off so strong, they're still doing well. They're
Yeah.
second in the division again, jumping from fourth in about the blink of an eye, and now in fourth place. We're not going to go over the standings today, just because there's so much to talk about. But 2 things about the standings. First off, the Orioles are fourth in the AL East. And going on about the NL Central for a second, the Cincinnati Reds are no longer in last place as of this morning. Today is August the 2nd. It is
Going
Tuesday,
back in
August
time, are
2nd.
you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Will Smith, the good Will Smith. The slap him Will Smith.
Slap him, Will Smith.
Slap him Will Smith. All right. Speaking of slaps, well, not quite, but TA7 or Tim Anderson is suspended 3 games for making contact with an umpire. Now, this was 2 days ago, and he is appealing the decision, so he's still able to play at this moment. However, I don't know at this point what came out of that. So I don't
What?
know, Josh, if you want to look at it there, but
I'll see what I can find. I'm not familiar with this at all. I saw the suspension, but what happened? Like, did?
he made contact with an umpire.
Okay. Did
Yeah,
it
he
look
got
like?
right in his face. Oh man, the
Oh,
pitcher.
okay.
Let's see if it. How clear does it? It doesn't show up clear at all. Oh, kind of there. Look at that. I'm showing you.
Oh yeah.
He's right in his face. Let's just keep talking about some other things here for a moment. The Blue Jays get their 10th win in 12 games on Sunday by topping the Tigers behind a two-run home run from Chapman, his fourth in like 4 games, something along those lines. Chapman's been on fire, and so have the Blue Jays, winning 10 of 12 to bring themselves back again to that 4 games above 500 since the middle of May.
I don't see anything for if his appealing has gone through yet or not. The last thing yeah, I don't see anything. This is off from like 2 or 3 days ago saying that he's appealing, but I don't see if.
Yeah, this stuff usually takes up to a week to really go through, especially with all the trades. They're not worried about that right now.
No.
They'll let them play, let them go through. All righty. So Reed Detmers pitched a immaculate second inning against the Texas Rangers. This is the third immaculate inning against the Texas Rangers this year. That
That's
means
awesome.
they're only the second team in MLB history to face 3 of them in a single season. It doesn't say. Oh, yes, it does. It's the San Francisco Giants of 1979.
Jeez.
So yeah, 2 teams. There you have it. Texas joins a very limited list.
That's awesome. I mean, immaculate inning's crazy to begin with, but having it happen 3 times against
Right.
you, that's crazy.
Time to talk about catchers for a second. So I saw this tweet the other day from Jason Hurst1 on Twitter. He says catchers are different. First off, you need skills of leadership. Have to be selfless, smart. Have to be a dog. You have to have that dog in them.
Have that
I love
dog in you at 100%.
Yes. You have to be a coach, a psychologist, and a cheerleader all in one. 90% of players don't have what it takes, and he compares it to the offensive line of a football team. I completely understand this. Yes, I do agree. These guys need to be strong, and the only way to do it, got to be a dog. So
I couldn't be a catcher. I don't think I could sit in that position for all fucking game, but I don't think I could handle it. All the like
no.
responsibilities you have and shit.
Oh man, it's brutal. I couldn't even. No, I couldn't even. And lastly, of the recaps, the Syracuse Mets said recent Syracuse standout Jacob DeGrom has been called up to the MLB by the Mets and will start tonight, Tuesday, the 2nd of August. Yes, I said it right this time. For the big club. This kid's got a bright future. That's literally what they said in the tweet. I like that. I like that. He's young at heart.
I've never heard of this Jacob DeGrom guy. That's good. Good
Yeah,
for him.
apparently his ERA stays below 3 most of the season.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's alleged. Okay, I don't know. He's got nothing to show for it on the major side, does he?
Jeez.
Gotta have a little
He's
fun.
actually pitching as of right now. I'm trying to pull up the box score, but for some reason I'm stupid and can't.
You said it, not me.
They're currently losing 1-0 to the Nationals, bottom of the 4th.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to him. Alrighty, so Max
6
Scherzer has.
strikeouts.
Yes, nice. Let's go on to the players here. Hot takes on cool players. This is going to be a quick one, given the time limitations with the trade deadline kind of puts a tamper on things. Max Scherzer, on his birthday in his career, has pitched 5 games, has gone 33 innings with 41 Ks, a .82 ERA, and a .85 WHIP.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, in other words, if the Mets do it correctly, they're going to have him pitch every single one of his birthdays from this point out. Get some good games out of him for sure.
Well, they should, yeah. When's his birthday? Do you have it there?
I got this at 11:12 Atlantic time on July 27th, so I'm assuming that same day.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. Awesome. Shohei continues to do something that just shocks everybody, because why not? Shohei Ohtani,
Unicorn.
man, sixth straight start with double digits for strikeouts. I wish I had the. Oh, there it is right there. Never mind. I just kept trolling over a little bit. Shohei Ohtani in his last 6 starts has 13 strikeouts versus Kansas City, 11 versus Chicago White Sox, 10 strikeouts against the Marlins, 12 strikeouts against Houston, 11 strikeouts against Atlanta, and then 11 again against Texas.
Okay. Wow.
So he's on fire.
Yes. And he didn't get moved. Like the rumors were that they were shopping him, but
The rumors had it, that's for sure.
yeah.
Sportsnet stats. As seen on Tim and Friends, Alek Manoah has enjoyed one of the best starts of his career of a career in Blue Jays history. Alek Manoah has gone 20 wins, 6 losses over 39 starts. Actually, this might have been 40 starts at this point. With a collective ERA of 271, a whip of 1.01, 237 strikeouts, and 65 walks.
Wow.
So that
It's
is
special.
almost 4 strikeouts per walk allowed.
That's awesome.
Great statistics, great pitcher. Another great pitcher, Devin Williams, has pitched 27.2 innings without allowing a single earned run. That was as of July 30th, which was Saturday. 27.2 innings without allowing an earned run. Streak started on May 16th.
That's impressive for a reliever because they pitch like 1 inning a game, maybe 2, depending who you are.
Right?
But like that's just impressive.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Honestly,
He's got some
absolutely
electric
amazing
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, very much so. Aaron Judge.
All
Need I say
rise.
more? All rise. He's currently 43 or 44. I think it was 43 home runs last I saw. But at the time of this, which was July 31st, he was quoted as the first player in MLB history to have all 4 of the following: 40 home runs in a season, 9 multi-home runs in a home run games in a season, 3 walk-off home runs in a season, and multiple grand slams
You said first player to do all that?
in MLB history.
That's crazy.
He's setting
You would think
records.
more people could do it with the steroid record, but hey, why not?
You know
Aaron
what?
Judge, man.
Honestly, the only thing I'm surprised at this point is no one. I've seen a couple of comments, but everybody shuts it down immediately. Like, these things are very obvious nowadays. So, do I think he is? No, I think he's just great. But I also think he's playing in a Mickey Mouse clubhouse. So I think all of his home runs at home should be taken into factor with Will It Dong on Twitter and see how many would dong if he was on, say, the Athletics.
Yeah. He'd be sitting out
Right?
probably, 20 homers?
The Orioles. He complained about being at freaking Camden Yards and their
Oh, for the left field wall or whatever, yeah.
their build a ballpark.
Aaron Judge is on pace for 67 home runs right now. Do you see
I
him
saw that.
getting? I could see him beating the record personally. If he gets a couple games where he hits 2 or 3, and
What was it,
it's like
72?
73. Barry Bonds,
73?
2001. Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, and he's right at where Bonds was. Bonds at this point was at 45.
Oh,
So,
okay.
two off. He's 2 off. And the only 2 people in between that was
McGuire.
and Babe Ruth.
Oh, okay.
And McGuire and Babe Ruth, I think, were tied, if not 1 off from each other. So, I mean, pretty good. Keep talking about pitchers because pitchers are having an all-time season. Edwin Diaz has 8 saves in his last 8 opportunities, facing 45 batters, not allowing a single run, only walking 1, and an opponent's batting average of .070. 30 Ks.
Yeah, Edwin Diaz is special.
Special with a capital S. Save.
Yeah, there you go. He's also confident. He was I don't remember when it was, but it was recent. He was doing a post-game interview and he was like, when I'm up there, no one's going to stop me. I have the best slider in the league. Like, it's And
Yeah,
I
I
love
have that.
when you have that quoted or something.
I do. Just one second here. I forgot to put it as part of my thing, but I can find it quickly. July. Here it is here. I'm prepared to face anyone. I'm thinking I'm the best on the mound.
Or that's what it was, yeah. I why not? Your numbers are proving it, so why not be that confident?
Right. Honestly, and I don't find that cocky. And gotta have a quick talk about this for a second. The Madison Bumgarner is taking fun out of it a little bit. I love when they have a little fun with it. Let them have
Yep.
some fun. If the pitcher's going to have some fun, because we all know he loves to pimp up his good jobs, let the batters pimp up their good jobs. You know what? At the
Mhm.
end of the day, pitch to them better.
And that's how you grow the league with stuff like that. Like when
Oh,
you
hands
get
down.
these like snippets that travels and more people will come to it. Like one thing I will say, the MLB they don't have like a what's the word they've been getting better with it, but if you look at like the NBA, you have like faces of the NBA. Like if you think of you say like an NBA player, you have like three names that come to your mind. But you say an MLB player, like everyone's gonna be like somebody different, right? You don't really have a face of the league. It's getting better
Shohei.
now. You could say like Shohei or like Mike Trout, but like before it was like nobody. Then, but I find the MLB should let like and I think they're getting better with it. They should let teams be able to like do stuff like this for fun. You know what I mean?
Honestly, you just gave me an idea for a little quick segment for next week. So
Oh, there we go.
watch out. All right, let's keep moving on. Carlos Rodon, um, in his last start on the Sunday, 31st of July,
July.
seven innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 10 Ks. Couldn't get much better.
No.
Only reason I think he came out of that was pitch count, which it doesn't say
Oh,
here,
okay.
but I believe so. And lastly, I hate that these are all pitchers, but this is all I've been seeing all week. Hunter Green of the Reds is the only rookie in the modern era to have 3 games in which he threw 6+ innings with 8+ strikeouts and no more than 1 hit allowed. May 15th, June 6th, and August 2nd. Yes, I may have this a little, or not August 2nd, August 1st. I
I was
may
gonna
have
say.
this. I may have this a day early, but this should have been on the next episode. But I had it on my phone. I thought this was really interesting. I should say it. So,
Yeah.
congratulations to him. To be fair, although it says in the beginning only MLB rookie, he's also the only pitcher. No pitcher in the modern era, rookie or not, has had more than 3. So
Oh,
he
really?
ties a record for pitchers in general as a rookie.
That's awesome.
So if he's got a shot, which you know he does at this point, gotta fly.
Oh.
Um, which you know he has a shot at this point, then he's gonna break that record
mhm. Mhm.
as a
I like
rookie.
Hunt. I like Hunter Green, but I'm a little concerned. And maybe I'm just looking too much into this, but he's known for throwing like 101 or whatever. And the last time we had a rookie like that, it was Steven Strasburg, which he had a decent career, but now he's not pitching. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
mean, you got to look at it this way: longevity. If it's going to be a
Yeah.
little bit easier on you to throw slower, I mean, look at knuckleballers. They pitch
Yeah.
for a long time, but they only throw so fast.
Hmm.
The big thing with their pitch is it goes all over the place, and even the catcher don't know what to do with it. So,
Hard to control, yeah. And then you got players like Adam Wainwright. He came into the league knowing to throw a heat. Now he's like more of a control guy or location guy, whatever you want to say, right?
yeah, honestly, I'd rather a 96 perfectly spotted fastball than a 102 that's at risk of taking someone's face out.
Hmm. But the
Uh,
strikeouts, and it's fun to, fun to watch somebody throw that fast.
I love seeing sliders, man. I'm telling you right now. But anyways, Mike Trout is the last one I want to talk about here. He's been out, and sorry for your draft, by the way, a couple weeks ago. Mike Trout
Yes.
injured himself right after we had our draft. So unfortunately, even though we didn't announce the draft until the week after, it kind of still it xed itself out on that one. He had 0 opportunities over those 2 weeks.
Some sort of back injury, right? Or back problem or something?
Yeah, so he was having some uncertainty with it, and he actually made a quote saying, "It went from my career is over to now hopefully I'm going to play here soon." So
Oh,
he's
okay.
it went to the point where he thought his career was done. where
It's
he
not good.
thought, I don't think I'm going to be able to play anymore because this is going to control me. I still feel bad, man. Like, he's got a rare condition in his back, so let's hope he can at least control it for the rest of his career, have a Hall of Fame. I mean, he's pretty much at Hall of Fame status now. He could
Yeah.
retire now and probably get in on second or third ballot. But why not get him to a chance where he can at least be first ballot, like maybe the second unanimous? But I
Yeah.
mean, come on now. It should have already been two, but and sad to say both of those were Yankees, but
I didn't realize it was that bad where he considered his career might be over. That sucks, man.
yeah, it's very unfortunate, and let's hope that a speedy recovery for sure.
For sure. It would suck to see Mike Trout leave his career so early.
Indeed. All right, let's move on to what's normally known as weird shit, but this week is actually weird shit or unfortunate shit. Because I had to throw a few things in here. First off, weird shit. At the time of this, July 27th, Aaron Judge had 38 home runs, Joey Gallo 37 hits. Over the somewhat same amount of time, Joey Gallo has bat less than 150 most of the season. So
At one point, wasn't he as low as like 0.8 or something?
I think it was .87 over the stretch of like
Oh,
3
was it a
weeks.
stretch of games? Okay.
Yeah, and it was just like I think he had 2 hits and both of them were home runs. Like
I mean, that's what he's known for, but I don't think it was supposed to ever be this bad.
no, no. And you know what's sad is you said it exactly the same way you said it last week too. That's fantastic. That came from Daddy Dimmu TV, which is the guy that you constantly share stuff with me.
Yes.
So, uh,
Great follow on Twitter if
a
anyone
very great follow. Thanks, Daddy Dimmu, sorry. I have to add the second part. It sounds weird without it. Um,
Thanks, Daddy.
all right. Thanks, Daddy. Never saying that again. All right. Patrick Corbin on Wednesday, July 27th, had pitched 2 outs and allowed 7 hits, 6 earned runs, and 1 walk.
Wasn't it against like the Reds too or something?
I
Somebody
don't
not that
remember
good.
right
Oh,
offhand,
okay.
but yeah, I believe they did face a very terrible team, and man, they took him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, 6 earned runs over .2 innings. Like I don't know. I think he's crying. I got to get the right angle there. Yeah, no. This way. Look, I think
I
he's
can't
crying.
see, but he might be.
I think he's
Oh
crying.
yeah, he looks pretty emotional.
Yeah. So fun times. So Statcast is known for its interesting statistics once in a while. This one here, Nolan Arenado was playing in Washington on July 30th against the Nationals, where he hit a home run that allegedly left the ballpark only 149 feet from home plate. His exit velocity was 83 miles per hour with a launch angle of 69 degrees.
Noise.
I think that information came from a previous swing of the bat. So comments on this from Facebook was, "What in the Yankee Stadium is going on here?"
Like
and then
that's funny.
and then someone else said, "149-foot homer. What is this? A T-ball?"
Little league, yeah.
Oh man, I mean,
That's
to be
funny.
fair, it's almost 149 to second base. Like second base is not much closer than 149, so I
Did he
don't know what
actually hit a
happened.
home run or was it like
Oh, it was a home run. He hit a home
okay?
run, but I don't think it was actually that. The
I,
pitcher,
I would assume it wasn't.
I think it was the previous flyout or something. Because
Ah,
launch
okay.
angle of 69 is never a home run unless you're in Tropicana and you hit the right catwalk. Anyways, so the Red Sox, we got to keep talking about these guys. As of the end of the week that this podcast is supposed to cover, which was July 31st, Sunday, the Red Sox have gone 29 straight games without their starting pitcher being awarded a win. This is the third longest streak in MLB history and the longest since '79.
Wow. I didn't see this. That's crazy actually. 20 You said
Yeah,
29 games without a starting pitcher recording a win?
correct. It was either the
Wow.
starting pitcher gets a loss, which in most cases is the case,
Yeah. Or
The
no
other
decision.
one is no decisions. So yeah, honestly, wake up. You guys need Chris Sale.
Yeah, but he has a that I can't watch the video of that finger thing. It creeps me out. Did you ever see it? Like the video of his
No,
finger?
but I'm gonna
No.
search it up after this. It's gonna be
Yeah.
great.
Ugh. But yeah, Chris Sale would if he come back healthy, man.
Yeah, you're right. I need a bigger glass. I've gone through two already. My goodness. I need to just
Problem though
like
is he's gonna piss every 10 minutes.
yeah. Well, middle of the night, midnight. You
Yeah.
gotta wake up.
Yeah.
So the Chicago Cubs are the only team in MLB without a win when trailing by 2 or more runs in the seventh or later.
Huh.
Their
Really?
record, their record with trailing by 2 runs in the seventh or later. So not a comeback win. They have not had a comeback win. 0-50.
Wow. It's not like small sample size either.
No,
Wow.
it's like half the season.
Yeah. That's
Of course,
crazy.
you're going to have a lot more losses, but like at least every other team, even the Cincinnati Reds, have a comeback win. And as we all know at this point, the Baltimore Orioles had one that they came back 3 times and finally walked it off. So, like, what's going on? I think Ross there is not doing too good of a job.
They were raw. I like him, but yeah. I mean, you got to be fair. The situations he's in with that Cubs team isn't the best. That
He doesn't
team's
have a
not
lot of
that
good
good.
players, no.
No.
No. And the good guys they have, they've been trading off. Although only one half of that hug between Hap and Contreras. Hap, I'm pretty sure got traded
No,
a few
neither
days
of them
ago.
got
No,
traded. No,
no, I
I
thought
don't think
Hap.
so.
Oh no, maybe Hap went. His trade might have went tits up. I thought he had one going, but
I'll double check, but I don't think I saw one.
I remember seeing something. But I think that was more so the conversation.
Okay. Let me see.
Because I know the Jays were in on him at one point, but again, Jays were in on a lot of people.
Mhm.
Ross Atkins couldn't do shit.
He did shit, just not the shit we wanted.
Well, yeah, he went to the toilet instead of going ahead and doing it off a building. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
No, Ian Happ did not get traded.
Well, they hugged because they wanted to.
Yeah,
No,
well, I
it was
saw a
it was
tweet by somebody
emotional.
who was like, they can continue hugging all year now or something.
Yeah, good for them. There has not been a pitcher with 20 losses in the majors since Mike Mareth in 2003 with Detroit. Except now, Patrick Corbin has just lost his 15th game tonight against the Mets on August 1st. Corbin has an estimated 10 to 12 starts to go.
So he needs to lose 6 more
Only
to beat that record.
5. It's not
Or
a record. It's just the
since
record is
2003.
since 2003. No one has had 20 losses in a season.
Okay.
So, dude, get your shit together. What is going on?
Yeah,
Mon.
that would suck. 20 losses.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's all
Most
I need that for.
losses by
Actually, no, I don't.
pitcher in MLB history. No, I should say in a season. I'm looking up to see who has the most losses in a season.
Yeah. And I love getting notifications from you
John
sharing shit while we are on this podcast. I love it.
John Coleman holds the record for most losses with 48 in 1883. So that's
Okay,
definitely
I
not going
don't
to be
think
beaten.
we can. I think you got to go at least modern era on that, where there's like at least 4 pitchers in a lineup. Anyways, we should get going on some of this stuff. We have some games to get to, some of which we may have to postpone the recording on, but we'll deal with that at the time. So let's get to the games. If you have any suggestions for any game segments or any segments in general, feel free to message us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, the cloud, iTunes. I don't know. I'm just saying things at this
iTunes.
point. If you have a way to contact us and let us know. I'm not giving my cell phone number, but for anybody that has it, you can message me there as well. It's time for our one of our more interesting timed. It's the one that we really focus on the time. It's our 60-second guess. The rules are simple. We challenge each other to ask questions, and if the question gets you to that player, then you can guess that player. For the first few weeks while we're doing this, we're allowing each other to look at rosters, but as we go and probably start next season, we will not at some point be looking at rosters. We're going to have to go off the top of our noggins because that's what
Yeah.
others do and they're good at it. So we need to get ourselves there.
Which is going to be just flat out entertaining, I think.
I think so, and I think maybe we should make it a 90-second guess just for your sorry ass.
I'd go like I'd need like an hour, and I don't think I'd still guess it. God.
That's true. I have found the challenging ones for you.
Yes, you have.
So yeah, the rules are simple. We ask questions. We try to guess the player within 60 seconds. If we guess it within 60 seconds, 60 seconds gets added on to whatever timer is remaining. By the end of it all, we add as much time as we need to. Last week, Josh did everything in less than 3 minutes, so he won. I only guessed
Yay.
4 correct because I did not realize that I was looking at a utility
Matt
guy.
Carpenter. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Matty C. The
Mustache.
Carpenter effect. Yeah.
Who's going first today?
So where you won, you get details. I will challenge you first, as per usual, just because I can. Let's get my timer started here in a second. So I want the 60-second guess. Where's my chart? Where's my chart?
Charts.
Okay. My charts. Okay, so there's a fun fact. Here's the info that you get. This might help you narrow it down a little bit. All of the teams that these players are on, their team name is an animal, a land animal.
Okay. Interesting.
Land or air, I should say. Land or air animal. And that hopefully will help you out a little bit. No water animals and no human-based ones. Just the few animal teams that are land animals.
All right, cool.
Cool. So your 60 seconds start now.
American League?
No.
So natural. Pitcher?
No.
Outfield?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. NL East?
No.
Central?
Yes.
Cardinals?
No.
Cubs?
Yes.
Okay. Catcher?
No, you already got outfielder.
Oh, did I? Fuck.
20 seconds.
Is it Suzuki?
No.
Is it Ian Happ?
No. I'll give you a hint. He's technically infield and outfield, and I don't know what his primary is.
God, okay. Is it Villar?
No. 3 seconds.
Higgins.
No. And timer is up.
Okay.
So this guy here is was a second baseman, shortstop, and outfielder. He is Nico Horner.
Oh, okay. They Baseball Reference currently has him as a shortstop.
Yeah, and that's probably accurate. I didn't write down his primary. Okay. I wrote down all his positions, so kind of didn't help myself there, or you for that matter. That's why I kind of gave you that hint, because I felt like that could have been it.
Nico.
Alrighty, next.
Balling.
Alrighty, 60 seconds on the clock starting now.
American League?
Yes.
Central?
No.
East?
East, yes.
Jays?
Yes.
Pitcher?
No.
Infield?
Yes.
Bo Bichette?
No.
Chapman?
No.
Espinal?
No.
Kirk?
No.
Guerrero?
Yes. Took you around the whole freaking diamond, man. That's absolutely hilarious. So yeah, it is Vladdy G.
Vladdy. Daddy daddy.
Yeah, Vladdy, first base and third base, so that one kind of was okay. Um, you know, Canadian, as they say.
He was born in Montreal, yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorite things to do on this, eh? Already 92 seconds or 1 minute 32 on the clock starting now.
East or National League,
No.
American League again. Central,
Central, yes.
Tigers,
Yes.
pitcher.
Yep.
You say yes.
Yep.
Okay. Starter,
Starter, yes.
Scooble. Scooble.
Yes, it's Tarek, and I said his name last. Oh my gosh, I'm already there. I said his name wrong last week. I said his name was Taylor or Tyler. It
Okay.
is actually Tarek Skubal,
Tarek
who
Scooble.
I thought he was
He's
coming to
injured.
the Jays, and you know what? I want to say they set him up to look like he was going to. I feel like they set him up so he wouldn't be traded.
Really? You believe
Because there
that?
was a lot of comment. There was a lot of comments on Twitter saying that he wasn't. He's not going to be traded because he's injured.
Okay. But why would they say like 2 weeks ago that they're listening on everybody, including him?
I don't know. It's just what I've been reading. Fucking
Oh, okay.
flies.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
2 minutes 10 seconds starting now.
American League.
No.
So National League. Central.
Yep.
Cardinals.
Yep.
Pitcher.
No.
Ooh. Infielder. Outfielder, obviously.
Yep.
Okay. Starter. Like normal? Does he play all the time?
I got to think about.
Yeah.
I want to say yes.
Okay. Dylan Carlson.
I paused your timer for a second. No.
Okay. Tyler O'Neill.
Yes.
Okay.
I had to pause your timer for a second to think. What does he mean by starter? But yeah, I got him. Yeah, so no, it's Tyler O'Neill. Last one, 2 minutes, 38 seconds.
American League.
Yep.
Central. East. Tampa Bay.
Or water animals, sir.
Oh, fair enough. So it's
Land animals.
Baltimore. Pitcher.
No.
Infielder.
Yes.
Is
One
it
you should.
Rutschman?
No, it should be someone you're very familiar with in Jay's history.
Oh, Odor.
Yeah. Sorry, I wanted
As soon as you
to
said
give you that one. I wanted to give you that one so bad. Yeah, it was Rugi.
Knocked out. How did that famous sign go? I'd rather be knocked out in May than October or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. And it's funny because like that whole situation just boiled over. That was fun.
The that playoff game, that like inning 7 came up in my like YouTube recommended the other day, and I'm like, ooh, I should watch this. It
Yes, do it. Do it.
was so. I remember watching it live with the old man, and we were like yelling at the TV and everything. It was great.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Alrighty, so you got 4 out of 5. You're always doing good at this because you're good at the questions. You're good at figuring out what the teams are. You also have bonuses like
I do.
knowing certain things. So fun fact: those are the only 5 teams that.
With like an air or a land animal.
Those are the only 5 teams, as far as I'm aware, with land animals. There are a few water animals like the Marlins, the Rays. There's also I had to search up what a Padre was because I'm not American, so I didn't realize what that meant.
What does it mean?
So
like friend or something?
it's like it's something to do with the army.
Oh, okay.
Padre in the army, so like higher level.
Ah, cool.
So yeah, no, and that's why they look perfect in the camo uniform.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
you
no,
see
it
what I'm
makes
saying?
sense.
You see what I'm saying?
I like that camo uniform.
I agree. Already, 60 seconds. Are you ready for me?
I am. Yep.
All right, cool. Let's make a fool of myself as per usual. Make fun of me. Let's go. Let's go. American League West.
No.
East. American League.
No.
American Central.
No.
National East.
Yes.
Mets.
Yes.
Pitcher.
No.
Infielder.
Yes.
Alonso.
No.
Tomas Nido.
No.
Jeff McNeil.
No.
Francisco Lindor.
No.
Eduardo Escobar.
No.
J.D. Davis.
No.
Dominic Smith.
No.
Luis Guillorme.
Yes.
Okay. I was just
Look
going
at
down through. He's not on. He's not on the starters.
Oh, okay. He has
So
a hell
that.
of a beard.
Duh, some of the beards in this game, I tell you. Alrighty. You are keeping track, obviously, of ones I got yes and no's, because I will forget that already. 1:17 on the clock. I'm just. I stopped talking for 2 seconds, and all of a sudden, I just hear the other half in the other room. So that was great. Alrighty, minute 17 on the clock. Go. American League.
Yes.
East.
No.
Central.
No.
So West. Astros.
No.
Rangers.
No.
Angels.
No.
Athletics.
Yes.
Okay, you're challenging me on this one. I don't know half the fucking team. Pitchers.
No.
That's almost at Central. Infield.
No.
So outfield. Pinder.
No.
Pache.
No.
Laureano.
No.
Lowry.
No.
I don't even know what he says. DH on this. Piscotti.
Piscotti. Yep.
Piscotti.
Piscotti.
Piscotti off. All right.
His nickname is Momo, apparently.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Alrighty. That means I have a $1.36 on the clock. 2 down,
$1.30.
3 to go. Let's go. National League.
No.
So Central.
Yes.
Twins.
No.
Guardians.
No.
White Sox.
Correct.
Pitcher.
No.
You don't like pitchers, do you? TA7.
No.
I'm actually pretty sure that was last week. Harrison.
No.
Outfielder.
No.
Infielder.
Yep.
Abreu.
No.
Reese's Pieces. Mr. McGuire.
Not the parking lot bandit. Nope.
No. Okay. Yohan Moncada.
Nope.
Oh Jesus. Christ, you're picking backup guy. Yasmani.
Yasmani. Yeah.
Yasmani.
Mr.
I don't know.
Grandal.
Okay, so I don't understand why Reese McGuire is considered the starting catcher.
Has Grandal been injured, maybe?
I don't know. They have
He's
him
not
on
been having a good year. That's probably why.
Well, tell him to go to the Goodyear dealer and get one.
Well, you don't got to worry about McGuire anyways. He's a Red Sox now, so.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
My next guess was going to be Berger, just so you know.
Burger.
Jake Berger, I love him. All right. So I've already reached your total for last week. I still got 2 guesses to go.
Damn.
$1.45 on the clock. Starting now. Central.
What league?
I'm just going to guess. Central.
Yes.
National.
Yes.
Cubs.
No.
Reds.
No.
Pirates.
No.
Cards.
No.
Brewers.
Yes.
Hater.
No.
Pitcher.
No.
Catcher.
No.
I don't know why. Outfielder.
No.
Infielder.
Yes.
Rowdy.
Not Rowdy.
Colton Wong.
Colton Wong, yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, I tied you. I got 209.
This ain't good.
I got 209.
I don't like my pick for my last guy.
Oh.
For tied.
Oh. You saying this is easy?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Oh, we'll find out. Okay. 209 on the clock starting now. AL East.
No.
Central.
No. Yes, Central.
Central League.
Wow. What?
Okay. When I don't say American or national, it means Central. So
Okay. So yes,
clearly
Central.
now it's National League. I get you.
Yes.
Um, Cubs,
No.
Cards,
No.
Brewers.
Yes.
You like those Milwaukee's, don't you?
Milwaukee's.
Pitcher,
No.
infielder.
Yes.
Bolton. No, we already guessed him.
We already did Mr. Long.
Willie Adames.
No.
Rowdy Telez.
Mr. Rowdy. Yeah.
You could have gave the last one to me. Come on now.
Yeah. Really.
That's too good. That's too good. Alrighty, so that gives me 5 for
Did you
5, and
know?
I win
Fun
this
fact
one.
about Rowdy. I didn't know this until today. That his full name is Ryan John Tellis.
Oh,
Yeah. Did not know
so
that.
I don't know if you've seen this. Just as we're doing this recording, it is this actually happened 7 minutes ago. Toronto just added pitching to their.
Oh.
They did a, we'll call it a late trade. It was a trade that didn't get confirmed until after the deadline, but got posted before, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So the Blue Jays acquire right-handed pitcher Mitch White, an infielder Alex DeJesus from the Dodgers, and give the Dodgers Moises Burrito. I always say it burrito. It's burrito.
Oh. Okay.
And Nick Frazo.
Oh. Okay.
So we do pick up some pitching. I don't know if it's a starter or reliever. I think it's probably a reliever, but well, I got Baseball Reference up here actually from my shit. Let's have a look here. Mitch White.
From the Dodgers, you said?
Yeah. Mitch White is a pitcher who, by the looks of his win-loss record, is a reliever.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks like a reliever, so we're going to go with that.
Oh, cool. Well, more
Okay,
pitching,
well,
never hurts.
I'll take it. All right. Cool. So I'm going to go into my chart here. So as per usual, we do the over-unders, and this is an over-under in which means nothing to real life. I got to do a disclaimer as always. I love this part. This is my favorite part. Telling you guys that this is a segment that's for fun only and is not constitute as real. It's just for our shits and giggles. It is not to be used in your decision making for your own betting. Also, we highly recommend to limit your spending if you do decide to gamble. We are not responsible for any decisions making with regards to sports betting, and we highly recommend you don't listen to our opinions about this shit. We are not responsible for making any decisions. For gambling help, please reach out to your local gambling help organization. I don't gamble because I don't have money to, and if I did gamble, I'd be more broke. So let's not. I'm not convincing anybody of changing their minds, but let's just keep going. So last week, here's last week's. Not open that. Oh, it's right after it. Okay, last week we didn't quite calculate it, so we'll just go over them quickly. Los Angeles Dodgers did win 4 games, so they had the over. We both got that. New York Mets, they swept all 5 games. So there goes my under. Josh, you got that one over me.
Nice.
Detroit had a total of almost the whole 5.5 in the 4th game alone versus Toronto. So just versus Toronto, they had 7 errors. And the over-under was 5.5 for all 7 games, both San Diego and Toronto. So that was way over. I didn't even calculate what they had versus San Diego. It was that bad.
That's crazy.
So we were both wrong on that. Janny Danson, he had absolutely 0 home runs since his 2 home run game in Boston. So you get that one again. So therefore you did win. But I did get you with Wayno. So
Okay.
you beat me 3-2.
I'll take that.
Good work. So there is really no advantage except you get to hear all my decisions before you do yours.
Yay.
Even though you've already done yours, but
yeah.
that's you might be able to influence a little, okay?
Yeah, true.
So this week's is San Diego has 8 games, 5 versus Colorado, and 3 versus the Dodgers, or at the Dodgers. So they're 5 at home, 3 away, all in all in SoCal. Over under 4.5 wins over 8. I don't know. They've been an on and off team. These guesses that I did, by the way, were pre um, trades.
I did all
So
mine like an hour before we recorded, so
you have a bit more accuracy. I said under. With the trades, I may change my mind, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with
okay.
my preemptive guesses.
I'm gonna go with the over. I, I do not see San Diego with the pieces they brought in losing. I think they could sweep fucking Colorado, and that would be their four
I
four and a half right there.
The only way that this doesn't happen for you is that you lose all to the Dodgers and they roughly split the series 2 or 3 with Colorado. So I'm gonna say that you're probably more accurate than I am, but
Change
we'll
yours.
see.
I don't care.
No, it's fine. I made the decisions. Like, it is what it is.
Fair enough.
Miami Marlins play 6 games versus Cincinnati and at the Chicago Cubs, 3 games apiece. How many times do they ground into a double play over those 6 games? 4.5, the over under. I said under. You know, their offense is okay. Ground into a double play, that's less than 1 a game. I guess it's possible that they'll go over, but I'm thinking under, honestly.
I said the under as well. I'm not gonna lie, I was very confused when I first read it. I was like, GIDP, what the hell is that? And I'm like, oh, double play. It took me a good minute to clue into what that was.
No, you know the other standing for GIDP?
Well, no.
Gladly into double penetration.
Uh,
Yeah, just joking. No, it is grounded to double play. So
You're gonna have some explaining to do, sir.
yeah, no, I was just messing around there. That's all good. Um, I'm just tired.
I took the under too.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I trust me. So yeah. So Toronto has 6 games, 2 of them in Tampa at the Trop, and then 4 of them in Minnesota. How many home runs does Toronto allow in their 6 games? Over under 7.5. I said under. I think their pitching has a fire stretch. And of course, everybody they gained was relievers, but their starters don't allow a lot of home runs overall. It's most of their home runs, I think, have been their relievers. So
Kikuchi.
with the or Kikuchi, but you know what? He came back from his
And he had a decent
IL
start.
stint.
Yeah.
But anything's possible. Manoa, if he gives up a run, it is a home run. Don't get me wrong, but these guys are good pitchers, and I think overall they're not going to allow too many home runs. And I went under.
I went under as well.
Good stuff. Albert Pujols, or as we found out the other day, Jose Alberto Pujols. How many hits in 6 possible games played? He has 3 at Chicago Cubs and 3 at the Yankees. Or the over under over those 6 possible games is 2.5, and the reason I said 2.5 for that is because it is Albert Pujols. They're probably sitting him a bit more. He's ancient, so.
Yeah.
But they may play him in all 3 at the Yankee Stadium. Try to get him some more of those home runs. 2.5. Over and under. 2.5. I said over.
I took the under just because, like you said, he might not be playing. I mean, I look back, he had like 3 against the Jays in that series, and then he had like next like 2 or 3 games after that, he only had 1 hit. So I just took the under to be safe.
Yeah, it's just really hard to say. Now, that is over the entire 6 games, but there's a lot of times where these guys have like a hit here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And I mean,
Maybe
a
I
lot of it
lowballed
is player playing time too. Like you said, Albert Pujols doesn't play every day anymore, so that's a lot to do
Honestly,
with it as well.
I agree. I agree. And the last one, Josh Hader, who before I before you printed this off, I had to update because he got traded. He was originally on Milwaukee. Now he is on the Padres. So the Padres have 2 on this one because Josh Hader, I wasn't changing the name. Josh Hader earned runs in 8 possible games to relief. You know he won't play all of them. So over under earned runs, 5 games versus Colorado, 3 games at the Dodgers. 3.5 the over under. I said over because he's been absolute trash over the last few, but July never really did treat him well. Let's see how August does.
I took the under. I feel like a change of scenery with him struggling might, who knows? He might come out and be lights out all over again. I'm not worried about Colorado. The Dodgers might be a little iffy, but I took the under.
Yeah, but the thing is, too, Josh Hader only comes in relief situations where there's 3 runs or less within the games. Like, he's
Hmm.
a closer. He comes in closed situations. You're going to be more likely having those closed situations versus the Dodgers than you are
Right.
versus the Rockies, right? Not saying the Rockies are terrible, just saying that you have a more of opportunity for one versus the other. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. We'll see what happens.
That's right.
Alrighty, so that takes care of our over under. Again, do not make any stupid decisions and take our word for anything. This is for entertainment purposes only, and yeah, take it for what it is. Alrighty, so it is time for our rendition of overrated or underrated. This week we will be listing off certain players in our tops bunt 100 top 100 and their rating. We state whether we think they are overrated or underrated. It's pretty self-explanatory. Let's get started. Number 1, overrated or underrated? Number 40, Wander Franco.
Um, I would say that's properly rated, but do I have to pick underrated or
Yeah,
okay?
honestly, do you think he's better or worse than 40th?
I'll go overrated. I feel like he probably could be a little lower, but I don't know who those on the full list. But I like me some Wander Franco.
Wander Franco is good. So when you said overrated there for a second, and then you said
Hmm.
lower on the list, you mean like he should be in like the lower 30s, or?
I think he should be like probably around 50.
Okay, yeah, no,
Yeah.
and I agree with you 100%. I just wanted to make sure you got the overrated part right. Yeah, no, overrated as well. Again, not by much. He is a top 60 in my opinion. I don't think he's top 50. Um, he's young. He's got a lot to
Yeah.
prove. I don't think he at that point. I don't think anybody at that point in their career deserves to be in the very spot that he is. I'm
Hmm.
sorry. I hate to offend anybody on that, but yeah, that's exactly my opinion of it. Next one. Overrated or underrated? Number 9, Freddie Freeman.
Um, I would say underrated. Honestly, just if you go by the this year, I could say there would be an argument for him Freeman being top five.
I,
Honestly.
I could see that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say just to actually have a rating because I was kind of on the properly on this one. I'm gonna say overrated by like maybe 1 or 2 spots.
Okay.
Like he's definitely top 15. I don't think he's top 5. He might be top 10. Uh, I said properly rated initially. I'm thinking close to like between 9 and 11.
Okay.
But yeah, no, top 15 for sure, hands down.
Hmm.
Alrighty, overrated or underrated? Number 55, Yasmani Grandal.
Uh, Overrated. I don't think he should be top 100 anymore. Maybe if you had Grandal from a couple years ago, but not anymore.
Uh,
He's hitting under 200. Like his WAR is like negative 1.4 or something. He's not that
yeah, so
good.
I agree with you on that now. Um, at the beginning of the season when I think they made these, I agree. Number 55, underrated. But you know what? I'm going to take your word on that. I agree with you 100%.
Mhm.
I'm switching that because I initially said underrated, but that I was thinking the beginning of the year. But if you're thinking current, you're right. You're right. Overrated by a long shot. If you're gonna put top 100, if you have to have them still in the top 100, I'd say
Like 90s.
100, 100, the 100.
Fair enough.
Uh,
Yeah.
getting closer to that point in a little bit, but next one, overrated or underrated? Number 41, Starling Marte.
I don't know much about Marte. Just going with the Grandal thing, I feel like, and I could be wrong. Starling Marte could be having a hell of a year. I've never looked into it. I'm just gonna go with underrated, or sorry, overrated. I feel like he should be lower on that list. Maybe not top 100. I don't know, but I just feel like he should be overrated.
No, I'm with you on that. Overrated indeed. Let me just bring up his page on Baseball Reference for a second.
Okay.
Starlin Marte. So this guy is having a season where he actually was second time in his career an All-Star,
Oh, really?
batting a 301 average. I'm just, where do they have these things? They don't. Okay, so yeah, he's his OPS plus is 133, so he's 33% above average in the league. Given all of his seasons, it's actually tied for his best season of his
Oh,
career,
okay.
which was last year. So I don't know. I'm still gonna say I think that he's overrated. I think we're talking 55, 60.
Okay.
I don't think we're talking 41,
Okay. Fair
and
enough.
that's kind of where I'm at on that. And last one, overrated or underrated, number 85, Lucas Giolito. What you got?
I would say like properly rated. That seems fair for Lucas Giolito. I know he's having a down year, but he had his past like 2 years are really stellar, really
Yeah.
good. Um, but if we have to pick overrated or underrated, I'd go underrated. Maybe slot him down a couple spots, 90 maybe, or overrated. Sorry, slot him down to like maybe 90, just because he's
Okay.
having a down year. But
See, I said underrated overall. I think 77, 78.
okay,
Uh, but again, this is coming from a group of individuals who are very similar to baseball writers, so they have a lot more say than I do.
yep.
So I'm not I'm whatever. Do your thing. Um, and yeah, just go from there. So due to timing constraints, 2 days later we finished recording. Okay, and that takes us to our spinoff of the popular TNT's Inside the NBA segment, Who He Play For. We like to call this one, What Hats Did He Wear? Here's how it works. One of us tells the other a player's name. That player must be a player at least from the 80s or beyond. The newer, the better, but honestly, think I have one from the 80s in this week, so good luck.
Well,
Um,
great.
and we have 3 strikes to guess, or we are out. No pun intended or pun intended, however you wish to take that. For example, if we chose Derek Jeter, only one answer would be the Yankees. The amount of teams is declared at the beginning. 3 guesses, you're out. After a correct answer or not correct answer, we alternate, yada, yada, yada. I have 5 players this week, Josh. What about you?
I have 5 as well.
Awesome. I made the sheets like that just to balance the paper, and turns out we're going to do that every week, so let's keep it up. All right, Josh, I'm going to start with you because I think you're going to have a really fun time with this one.
Oh, great. Okay.
Alrighty. We're going to start off with a player I didn't know existed until Baseball Reference Search brought his name up by
Oh God.
accident. This gentleman has played for one singular team. His
Okay.
name is Jansen Junk.
Okay. Is he a current player?
He is a current player, started
Okay.
last year.
I remember seeing his name. Was it the Phillies?
No, strike one.
Oh God. Was it the Angels?
It is the Angels,
Okay.
so
I knew it was a red team. I just couldn't remember.
I knew it was a red team, he says. 1 out of 2. Alrighty. What do you got for me?
I got Kirk Suzuki.
Kurt
Played
Suzuki.
for played for 5 teams.
Testing me on a good one already. I'm actually not thinking straight for the last little while. So,
Oh God.
Kurt Suzuki. Good lord. I'm gonna botch this. Seattle.
Strike one.
I knew that. Angels.
That's correct.
Okay, so that's the one I remember. Okay, I knew it was one of those two West
And I
teams.
think he's still playing there.
That's probably why I'm thinking it. Just off the top of my head here, Milwaukee.
Strike two.
Okay. Suzuki. Atlanta Braves, just for a fun guess.
Correct.
Okay. All right. I think I can do this. I think I can do
3
this.
more.
I'm not going to get this.
1 strike.
Actually, that's impressive. I thought I had 2.
Well, 1 strike left, I should say.
Oh, 1 strike. I was going to say. Um, Kurt Suzuki. I'm gonna go with Chicago Cubs.
Strike three.
Really?
The last three remaining teams were Oakland, Washington, and Minnesota.
Okay.
I'm going to be fair. When I looked it up, I only remembered two of the three, which was LA and Oakland. I didn't, no idea about the other ones.
Really? Yeah. No. The Braves was a guess. The only one I knew was the Angels.
Pretty sure he only played there for like 1 year, the Braves.
That wouldn't surprise me. Alrighty. We're gonna take this one. Just gonna remember how far back here.
Is this the guy from the 80s?
No. Actually, this guy has been around. He's been around 12 years.
Okay.
He's current. He's only played for two teams in Kenley Jansen.
Oh, the Dodgers and the Braves.
Yes, sir. I kind of gave that one, but for my plan this week to work, because I like putting a quirky twist on everything, I ended up having to pick him. He's an easy one.
Okay.
All right.
I quite enjoy Kenley Jansen as well. So, next guy for you, I got Jarrett Weaver. Played for two teams.
Jared Weaver. Two teams. Angels.
Correct.
What the hell else did he even play for? Good God. Shit. Texas.
Strike one.
Seattle?
Strike two.
Well, I have no balls, so I may as well go for the third strike here. New York Yankees.
Yes, that's strike three.
I knew that.
It was the Padres. He only played like 9 games there, but hey, it counts.
Interesting.
I only knew him from the Angels. I had no idea he played for another team, so.
Yeah, that's fair. Alrighty, so this guy I have here, you might start to pick up my pattern after this one. This guy played starting, where is his debut? 2006, played through to
Okay.
2015. He had a gap year in there as well. He played for two teams.
Okay.
Casey Jansen.
Casey Jansen. Did he play for the Jays?
He did, yes, that's one of
Okay.
two, yeah. Who's the other, though, is the question.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there was, I think, a singular, if I remember correct.
Single game.
Season.
Oh,
Well,
season.
both are possible. No, it was a single season. He played 48 games for this other team.
Okay. Oh, goodness. Did he play for Texas?
No.
No.
If you get this, I'll be shocked.
Oh, okay. Oh, God. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Baltimore?
Nope, strike two.
Oh, goodness. The Pirates.
That is strike three, although you were starting to lean towards the right direction. But with
Oh.
both those last two, the Washington Nationals.
Oh, okay. The Nationals.
Yeah, he played 48 games in his final season.
He was a pitcher, right? Or
He
no?
is a pitcher, yes.
Okay.
He actually, like I said, took a year
He wasn't too
off.
bad with the Jays, right? Like, he was all right.
I got his baseball reference up here. With the Jays, he had a 29-24 record as a reliever.
Okay.
He actually was a starter pitcher, I do believe. He might have actually started a lot of games in this initial season, and then from there was mainly a reliever.
Okay.
He pitched for the Jays alone 493 innings with, I'm trying to there it is, ERA of 3.52.
Okay. I vaguely remember him for some reason.
He played in his final season. He played with Doc for quite a few years.
Okay.
So you probably saw him relieve him quite a bit, I would imagine.
Okay. You ready?
I'm never ready, but let's go.
At least you're honest, right? Next guy I got here is Justin Upton. Played for 6 teams.
Justin Upton. Well, I know that the Angels were one.
Correct.
fuck. The Angels were one. Justin Upton. I'm just trying to think of the other path any path that he could have taken from there. The Rays.
That's strike one.
Nice try there.
Trying
Nice
to cheat
try.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a long night of this recording, so you know I get that. You want to get going now. Austin.
Boston, that is strike two.
See, I only really remember him on the Angels, so any other guess is just
Fair
fluke.
enough.
I think that was the majority of his career.
I'm not sure. I don't have them in the right order either. I just have them
Houston.
worked up, I guess. Houston, that is strike three.
Okay.
The remaining
so...
teams were Arizona, the Braves, Detroit, San Diego, and Seattle.
Interesting.
Yeah, he played. Actually, he played most of his career. Well, not most, but he played 6 seasons with Arizona, 5 with the Angels, 2 with Atlanta, 2 with Detroit, 1 with San Diego, and then he's currently on Seattle.
I don't know how I didn't guess Seattle. I don't remember him with Seattle. That's the scary part.
Well, he's on there right now.
That's what I mean. But like we've faced
He
Seattle
only
a few
played
times
17 games. He is not doing the best. He's batting 125.
Lovely. Alrighty. So now we're jumping back. This is my guy right here.
Oh God.
He started his career in 1989 and straight through to 1996.
Okay.
He played for 5 teams.
Okay.
And the only reason I picked him is because of his middle name. His name is Derek Jansen Lilliquist.
Lilliquist. So everyone has Jansen in their name.
Everybody has Jansen of some sort. Jansen, except for Danny. I'm not picking Danny. That's an easy one. Derek Jansen Lilliquist.
I haven't even heard of this guy before.
Neither did I until I did a Google or a baseball reference search. So good luck. I'll give you a hint. All teams are still active.
Still active? Okay. The Jays?
No.
The Dodgers?
No.
Oh God.
You're starting off real strong.
I am coming out swinging. Minnesota.
No, so that's strike 3.
Jesus.
0 for 3. I never gave you a good opportunity at that.
Like I said, never heard of that guy.
I'm not sorry though, because after all the stuff that you've put me through with this guesses, thank you. I wanted to get you on one for once.
What were the teams?
Started in Atlanta.
Okay.
Then he played for the Padres.
Padres.
Moved on to the Indians. Moved on
Guardians
to
now.
Yes, Guardians now. But at the time, that was the proper name, and that's the proper name we're going to use for when he was there.
Okay, fair enough.
He then played for the Red Sox and capped his career with the Reds.
Oh, okay.
Did
he have like a successful career, or was it just average?
It was mediocre with a 4.13 ERA.
Oh, he's a pitcher. Okay.
25 and 34 record. He started 52 of the games he's pitched, majority of which were in the beginning of his career, as per a lot of pitchers. Mm-hmm. They move on to the relief adventures when they don't do so well at the starters, like the stamina portion. Alrighty.
Okay. Next one I have is Kevin Youkilis.
Okay, how many?
3 teams.
All right, well, Boston's a given.
Correct. Yeah.
That's again the only one I know. You know, it's funny. You get so used to seeing a player with a certain team, and comments on that in a few minutes. Jesus, Youkilis. Milwaukee.
Strike 1.
Chicago White Sox.
That's correct.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know why I thought that, but he played with both socks too.
He
He's
did.
a pre-Reese.
And doesn't
Um,
have, the amazing
the
story attached to his name.
violations. But
Yeah.
at least he's playing with both socks on. We'll give him that. Los Angeles Dodgers.
Strike 2.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's cap it off. Seattle.
Strike 3.
Well,
He
damn it.
he played his final season, 28 games with the Yankees. Yeah.
What an uncultured swine. Who plays for the Red Sox or the Jays and then goes on to the Yankees? Like
Euculus, apparently.
and
Double E did it. Yeah.
Double E did it. Donaldson's
Donaldson,
now.
yeah.
I don't understand. Like major competition. Like you must know enough about the other team that this team. I don't know if are they signing these guys for like information. Like what are they
Maybe.
doing here? Okay. This last guy I've got for you played a whopping 2 seasons in the
Okay.
majors. He was another pitcher.
Okay.
He played this entire career with a negative .5 WAR,
Oh God.
which is why he only lasted so long. There's a fun story behind this, but furthermore, mind you, he did start a lot of games in his first season. ERA of 6.39. I just love throwing out these stats. Got to have some fun. One team. His name is Marty Jansen.
Oh God. Is he recent?
No, 96, 97.
96, 97. Oh. The Pirates.
No, strike one.
The Giants.
Strike two.
Oh God. Boston.
Strike three. Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh, really? Okay. I haven't heard of this guy at all.
So he played with them during the post. What's the word I'm looking for here? The post World Series runs that the Jays had back when.
Oh, okay.
96, 97 seasons. He was in the Yankees prospect system prior to being on the Jays.
Okay.
He was the centerpiece of a trade when David Cohn was traded to the Yankees.
Oh, okay.
And what ended up happening is he debuted on May 12th of 96, 3 scoreless innings of relief for Tony Castillo. He actually got the win in his first relief outing. It was against the Red Sox, yada, yada, yada. He played the 2 seasons. At the end of the 97 season, the expansion draft for both the Diamondbacks and the Tampa Bay Devil Rays had occurred. He was picked up as part of that by the Arizona Diamondbacks, in which he did not play for them. He actually went off to play in many, many independent leagues. He's played in 5 different countries, 18 different teams between Korea, China, Mexico, and several other independent and minor leagues.
Oh, okay.
So a very interesting story that I found while finding out why he only played 2 seasons. That's why.
Cool. The more you know.
Right? A little fun with this week's.
The last guy I got, and we might have already done him. I don't remember. Did we do Kenny Lofton?
No.
Okay, so he played for 11 teams.
You gotta be shitting me.
I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure he played for 11 teams.
No, I mean, if he played it for 11 teams, that means I have a 33% chance at least getting one right.
Yeah, 11, you're right. Or I'm right, I guess.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah. Okay, well, I am 33%.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're just gonna start Philadelphia.
I gotta look through the list. Yeah. Yes, he did.
There's a section on the. I'm not looking at it, but I know.
I see it here. Yeah, on Baseball
yeah.
Reference. I wrote it down, and I'm like, I can't read that, so I pulled it up.
Nice. So Philly was yes.
Yep.
Dodgers,
Correct.
Rangers.
Correct. Sure you're not looking it up?
I'm literally not. I'm staring at the teams I have on my own chart to try to figure out what teams are even plausible. Cleveland.
Correct.
You know, I'm even looking away from it now just so that you can't get upset at
Oh,
me.
I trust you.
Detroit.
Detroit, strike one.
Okay, so 4 correct, 1 wrong right now.
Yep.
Tampa.
Strike two.
Okay. Orioles. Baltimore.
Strike three.
Okay. All right.
So the remaining
3 out of 11 is not bad considering how many, or 4 out of 11, sorry, is not bad given how many there are.
True. The remaining teams were Pittsburgh, San Francisco, Atlanta, the Cubs, the Yankees, Houston, and the White Sox. He played 10 years in Cleveland, and the other teams he only played on for 1 year. 1 year apiece.
Wow.
Yeah.
And to be fair, 1 year apiece, that could have been split like half a year for 2 different teams too. Because when it says 1 year, that's just he played for him at least one game that year.
He played on Cleveland 3 different times.
That's absolutely fantastic. That's look at Ricky Henderson. He had four times with the Athletics last.
Oh, really?
Did, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we had Ricky last week.
We did, yeah.
Alrighty. Well, that's that. That was fun.
I find I learn something when we do this.
You do. It's called history.
The fun kind, though, because it's baseball.
Yeah, it's baseball. Everybody loves baseball history. Alrighty. Let's get on through this. I know we've been at this for feels like hours tonight. Next is my personal favorite of every single show. And I'm almost certain that Josh loves this one as well because he keeps saying how much he wants to do it every week, but we're doing it every 2 weeks. This is the weekly MLB Goods and Goofs starting 9 draft, where in this segment we pick 9 position players in a draft format, 1 player for each position, including DH. Now, we used to do pitchers, but since we have the salary cap rotation, which we do on alternating weeks from this one, we decided that we're just going to stick with the 9 players for the starting 9 draft. So I got to go on about last week's.
So we're not doing pitchers? Okay.
We're not.
That.
I think I texted it to you, but I don't know if you got it.
Oh, okay.
So fun little fact. So last week I was tallying up the statistics, and this is how it kind of panned out. So my team beat your team 45 runs to 41 runs.
Oh. Okay.
But then your team beat my team with 12 home runs to 11.
Nice.
RBIs, my team beat yours 40 to 33.
Okay.
Your team brought it back with stolen bases 7 to 4.
Okay.
Given there was only 1, 2 in there, everybody almost had a stolen base.
Nice.
Your batting average was a 263. My batting average is 252. So you won the batting category.
Nice.
But because that week we had pitchers, I brought it back.
Uh-oh.
So your pitchers had 21 Ks. Mine had 18. Fine and dandy. But then my pitchers had a 3.79 ERA, topping your 4.24.
Okay.
My pitchers had a sub-1 WHIP, where you only had a 1.24. And we tied the final category with 2 home runs allowed apiece.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Total categories out of 9, 4, 4, and 1. It was a tie week.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm technically undefeated.
You are technically still undefeated. You are 2-0-1, if you will.
I'll take that.
Yeah, why not? Just to give you a little bit of round out, your best hitter by average was Freddie Freeman with a 359 average over the week and a half from the All-Star break until the end of last week. On top of that, Mike Trout for you was the only reason why you didn't have better offensive stats, because for some reason after you picked him, he got injured. Or before, I can't remember.
I hope I didn't curse him.
Let's fingers crossed on that you didn't.
Yes.
Home run wise, you had 3 guys with 2 home runs, but you had Shohei Otani.
Sure.
He had 3 home runs as a hitter on top of the pitching that
Nice.
he's been doing. Fantastic. Yes, his average was average, 229, but 8 hits, 3 of them were home runs. You got to give it to him, man. Pitching wise, Sandy Alcantara was your main defeat. He had a 4.91 ERA over his
week.
2 starts. He allowed 2 home runs, and I think it was in 1 start at that as well. He ended up pitching in a whole 11 innings, allowing 6 runs and 10 hits, 6 walks. Pulling it on my side a little bit, my batting hero was JT Real Muto with 11 for 28 at the dish, or a 393 average.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4 guys with 2 home runs apiece. My saving grace was my pitching. A combined 19 innings pitched, only 8 earned runs between the whole slew of them. The downfall was you gave me Hunter Strickland as part of your winning, and Hunter Strickland had 3 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, over 2 hits and a walk.
Oh, okay.
Everything that happened in the same relief outing. He had 4 relief outings. 3 of them were perfect.
Oh God.
His
What's
4th
that
one, he didn't even get an out. Like, seriously, he couldn't get fucking worse. All right, let's keep going on. We don't want to waste too much time here. So last week, where it was a tie, and the week before, you, Joshua, went first. It just flops over to me going first, but there's no advantage this week.
Okay.
So what we pick is what we pick. I'm going to start off with my third baseman,
Okay.
Nolan Arenado.
Okay. Nice pick. He was on my short list. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with my DH. I'm gonna take Otani again.
After hearing those statistics, I don't blame you. What a goat, man. What a
goat indeed.
Well, I'm going to take my first baseman, Vladdy G.
Vladdy Daddy.
Oh, that's hot.
Okay. I'm going. I don't even know. Yeah, we're just yeah.
Let's not judge that one.
I'm gonna take one of my outfielders. I'm gonna take Juan Soto.
Soto, who is now a Padre. Nice. What do I got on my list? Because I keep flopping between things here. I'm gonna go for my shortstop, Tim Anderson, TA7.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with my catcher, and I'm gonna take Kirk.
Don't call my name, don't call my name, Alejandro. There goes my DH. Well, fuck me. I'm going to take an outfielder. You took one of my outfielders.
Okay.
At the time, he was on Washington, but whatever. Okay, so this guy from the Cleveland Guardians, Ahmed Rosario.
Okay. Rosario. I'm gonna take my first baseman. I'm gonna take Freddie Freeman.
You're gonna go back to the free man?
I'm gonna go back to the free man.
Awesome. Everybody likes them free men. At least it doesn't cost you anything. He only
That's
costs the
fair enough.
Dodgers. I'm gonna go. The fuck is that? HP? No, I don't want HP system information. Okay, I'm gonna take my catcher, and I'm gonna pick the man of slapping miseries, Will Smith.
He was my backup pick if you took Kirk.
Nice, nice. Just an FYI, I built this list before we decided the salary cap rotation, and my
Okay.
pitcher was also going to be Will Smith. Not gonna lie.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had pitchers selected too. Okay. I'm gonna take my third baseman now. I'm gonna take Austin Riley.
Riley. Double L or single?
I have it as single, but I don't know. Let me check.
Yeah, you can check that. I'll take my next pick. Let me know.
Single L.
My single L. Okay. I'll figure it out after. I'm gonna take my second baseman in Jose Altuve.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna take another outfielder. I'm gonna take Brian Reynolds of the Pirates. It's a
Brian
mouthful, apparently.
Reynolds from Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
All right, well, I got two outfielders and a DH left to go. I'm going to go with another outfielder from Atlanta, Matt Olson.
Okay. Matt Olson plays outfield. I thought he was third base.
That's what this thing told me.
Oh, okay. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't watch the Braves.
Let me check this one. Olson. First baseman, according to this. I don't know, man. No, what? You know what? No, I will.
No, that makes sense because he replaced Freeman, right?
I thought so, but Baseball Reference has him as first base.
Yeah, which makes sense.
So yeah, I'm gonna do a different there. All right,
Okay.
let me restart that spot. Well, I guess I'm gonna pick my next outfielder, given what I have going on here. I'm gonna pick a guy who treated me well last week, in Leody Taveras.
Okay. What do I have next here? Well, I might as well take my last outfield spot. I'm going to take Andrew Benintendi.
Any biceps?
Fairly new Yankee, so.
All right. Well, if you want to play that game, I'm going to take a guy who's probably going to be playing a fair amount of outfield. He is a former outfielder, and he just got picked up by the Jays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Took me a second.
Yep. Whit Merrifield.
Merrifield.
As much as he didn't really play outfield for the Royals, and he was more of an infielder, the Jays, I think, picked him up more for the ability to cover in the outfield. So I think I'm going to take him as an outfielder, and I think we both can agree that's a decent pick.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if his stats will show for it, but
I got 2 picks left.
Shortstop in a second.
Yeah, I'm going to take my shortstop, Nico Horner of the Cubs.
Horner. There we go. I was missing a letter. I almost called him Honer. Honer. Homie. Jeez. All right. Well, I'm stuck with a DH, and I have one guy I can't pick, so I'm going to pick the backup, Yordan Alvarez.
Yordan.
I think I picked him a couple weeks ago, too.
Well, I know one of us did. I don't know who did.
I don't know.
All right, for my final pick, which is second base, I'm going to take a Jeff McNeil of the Mets.
Jeff McNeil of New York Mets. Yum.
Just I know we're not doing pitchers, but just curiosity, who'd you have?
My 3 pitchers was gonna be Will Smith, Zach Jackson, and Jordan Romano.
Okay.
My backup picks.
Go ahead.
My backup picks were Alcantara, AJ Minter, and Josh Hader. As much as I didn't want Hader after his last relief.
My main picks were Sandy, Eric Swanson of Seattle, and Josh Hader. My backup picks were Jacob deGrom, Will Crow of the Pirates, and Edwin Diaz.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. I might add a twist later on to like the rotation, and maybe once in a while play with the relievers a little bit.
Okay.
The starters get a lot more guarantee in the statistics, so that's why I kind
Fair
of
enough.
have been leaning towards them.
Okay.
All right, so to round out our draft, Josh, your lineup looks as such: Alejandro Kirk, Freddie Freeman, Jeff McNeil, Austin Riley. You said
Yeah.
Nico Orner, Juan Soto, Brian Reynolds, Andrew Benintendi, and Shohei Otani. My team is Will Smith at catcher, not the pitcher, but the catcher. Also
Or
not
the
the
actor.
pun, or the actor. We no slapping here. Just swings, full
Don't tell
swings.
Tommy Pham that.
Yeah. Well, at first we have Vladdy, second Altuve, third Arenado, shortstop TA7 Tim Anderson, outfield Ahmed Rosario, Leody Taveras, and Whit Merrifield, DHing Jordan Alvarez.
Okay.
Um, rumor has it that Whit Merrifield will join the Jays on Thursday, so we'll see how that plays out for them. Alrighty, so we're moving on to our final section here because we've been taking a shit ton of time. Thank you, Trade Deadline, for making this the longest episode so far, and I haven't even edited anything yet. Beyond comfortable. Um, so lastly, let's talk about our final thoughts. Josh, what would you like to see happen this week?
Obviously, the Jays keep winning. Other than that,
Outstanding. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm excited to watch the Padres, but I think that's pretty self-explanatory on why.
Well, I know exactly. They had a lot of great trades that they did. Them, I'm scared to say. I kind of actually want to see what happens to the Yankees as well, personally.
Hmm.
So
Other than that, man, I don't know. Watching baseball, that's about it.
yeah, pretty much. Lots of conversation will end up happening with us, anyways, about how things have been going, will be going, etc., etc. Basically, long story short, this is our show. Wraps it up. Check us out: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. I've been actually posting for once, getting a few viewers. Give us some more. Uh,
Yes.
join us next week for more recaps, predictions, fun games. If you have any suggestions, message us on any of our socials. We will get back to you as soon as we determine whether or not it's a great idea. We'll let you know. Listen to the episode. We'll put it on the air.
Hmm.
Hope your team has a successful week, especially if you're the Toronto Blue Jays, and not so much if you're the Yankees.
Yep.
Let's close that gap. I know that we're still behind a fair amount. What's the standings looking at right at the moment? Quickly, we didn't go over it earlier on Tuesday when we initially started our recording, but it's now Thursday actually. Some of the comments I made it sound like it wasn't, but we had
I
to
was a
finish
little
on
confused
Thursday.
when you were doing that, but I was just running with it.
Um, so the AL East, the Yankees are 14 games above. No, 11 games above Toronto. So there's only an 11 game gap. So let's see where things go. To give a quick hint of the standings, the AL, New York, Houston, and Minnesota lead their respective divisions. Toronto, Seattle, and Tampa are in the wild card spots. Speaking of, Tampa's actually tied with Minnesota. So a division leader and the last place of the AL wildcard are tied.
Awesome.
In the National League, the Dodgers, Mets, and Brewers all lead their respective divisions, with the Braves, Padres, and Phillies the same thing. Milwaukee is one game above the Phillies. Meanwhile, they're winning their division entirely. It's insane. Like Atlanta's
Yes.
6.5 above Philly, and Milwaukee's only one, but yet because of the divisions,
Yep.
I think an
The
entire
Central's very weak.
yeah, it is. I think you just take two leagues, top eight, top 7 teams, if you really want to play the 14 team thing. What is it, 14 or 12? 12,
12, yeah.
right? Yeah.
I
So
believe so.
top
Yeah.
top 6 on each league. At this point, make it like the NHL, Eastern and Western conferences. Like, who cares? Less travel for the guys.
Yeah. I don't think you'll see that anytime soon because baseball, they're all about tradition. But whatever.
Yeah, good old Robbie. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you for joining us
one
this
one
week.
last thing I want to mention is rest in peace to Vin Scully,
Yes,
legend.
in
Sad
between our
news.
first section and second section, Vin Scully passed away. Rest in peace to him. He was 94,
Mhm.
so I mean his time was going to come eventually. But he had an amazing career. He's kind of the inspiration for part of the inspiration for us doing this behind a microphone. It doesn't matter what you necessarily sound like, it's what you know, how you talk about the game. And furthermore, I can tell you right now that that man knew 25,000 times more than I do. I'm just
Easily.
aspiring to be something even close to him.
Hmm.
He was doing this from the age of 25 for 57 years. So, congrats on an amazing life and rest in peace.
66 years, I believe, voicing the Dodgers. That's crazy.
Yeah, 66. I said
Hmm.
57. I apologize. 66. I mean, dude's ancient at that point. So
Hmm.
legend, legend
Legend
indeed.
indeed. Will always be a legend.
Thanks everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye bye.